Hi, my name's Javier Perez. I'm the founder of Perez Projects. It's a contemporary art gallery with locations in Berlin, Milan, and now in Seoul. We're located at the Sheila Hotel. I founded the gallery in 2002 in California, and over the last 20 years, we have focused on the discovery, support, and promotion of young international artists from around the world. Some of the artists that we showed early on were artists like Terence Koh, Asun Vivid Astrofocus, Dan Colin, Dash No. We showed Eddie Martinez really early on. We showed Henry Taylor, Alex Israel, a number of artists. And then most recently, we're very known for championing the work of the Bolivian-American artist Donna Wanka, the Argentine artist Admin Oliti, who's behind me, and also a whole new group of younger artists working internationally, many in Berlin, but from all over the world. So this is a new painting by the Mexican artist Beirol Jimenez. The title of the painting is Paraíso Perdido. That's Spanish for lost paradise. And in this painting, we see his depiction of the story, the biblical story of Adam and Eve. And he represents it not in the traditional Judeo-Christian way where Adam is being tempted by Eve, who's holding an apple. In his rendition, it's set in a luscious Mexican landscape, and we'll see Adam, who's holding a mango instead of an apple, and he's the one holding it. He's the one tempting, if you will, Eve. And Eve is represented as this ambiguous figure that blends into the landscape. You kind of see her arms, and then her arms and legs spread all over the place. In effect, Eve becomes the world. She becomes the planet, and it's maybe Adam who's tempting her. So he's using the reference of the history of Adam and Eve and changing it and adapting it to tell a more Mexican-oriented story. His colors are also very vivid and lush. There's a bit of I would say, a recognition of like Fauvist movements and modern art movements in France from the early 20th century in his work, but it's always very much from the perspective of Mexico and a very Mexican-forward identity in his works. So here are new works by the Bolivian-American artist Donna Wanka. Donna Wanka will be actually having a solo museum show here in Seoul next year. We can't say the museum yet, but it'll be announced shortly. She'll also be having solo museum shows in Mexico and also in Italy in the upcoming year. Currently, she has a large show in the US in Seattle, and her work is not just painting, her work is not just performance, her work isn't just sculpture, it's a combination of all those things. In her practice, what we see her doing is documenting her prior works and using the imagery from those prior works to inform new paintings. You'll see in the background of each painting, there's imagery that's printed on the canvas. Donna prefers to paint on flesh, on images rather than just a plain white canvas. Also, she includes in her paintings sand from the performances. She blends it with the oil paint to create these very lush and very textured surfaces that become abstract and also kind of flowing with the nature of her performances. And here is a new work by the Hong Kong artist Mac Tu. I'm very thrilled to be showing Mac's work for the first time in Korea and in advance of her debut solo exhibition with us in Berlin. As you can see, Mac's work is conceptual. The painting's actually made up of 3 separate panels, 3 separate paintings, and they're each painted by a different painter under her instruction. She creates the idea for her paintings, and the works always deal with issues related to politics, economics, social order issues, but with a lot of humor and also really allowing us to kind of make up our own minds about the realities of the world that we live in. Thank you.